So, a very good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you guys in the next session. Today we are going to learn about logical operators. In last few classes, I told you about operators, and you have done with mathematical operators, relational operators, and some logical operators as well. But in today's session, we are going to learn it about in deep and how can we use it, where can we use it. Okay. So whenever we want to connect two statements, we use some operators, right? Suppose we have to okay, let me open my Replit first. What the two statements? You want to add two values, x plus y. So you use operator, which is a plus operator, right? So whenever you want to connect two statements, you use operator. Okay. So in last class, we learned about conditional statements, right? That says that if one condition is true, then do x, otherwise do y. Okay, so for example, if the lights are green, then move, and if the lights are red, then stop. Okay, so in yesterday's session, I have give you lots of examples, and I show we have done codes as well. I told you to do some codes by your own, have do some practice. So I really hope that you guys have like try these questions by your own. So let's move forward. Mm, as I've shared, like conditional statements, right? If this is not happening, do this. If this is happening, do this. Okay, but in real, there might be multiple condition on which some result depends, right? So, for example, suppose you want to take admission in any organization, and you need uh, for that you need to submit the document, and the documents are PAN card and license ID. You need to submit both. The eligibility is you have to take like if you want to take admission in any organization, the eligibility to take admission that you need to submit PAN card and license ID both. Okay, so now let's check. The first one is and operator. How can we use it? We will see it later that how can we use it. First of all, we see what does it means, like what is and operator and what I am trying to explain you. Suppose you have PAN card, right, but you don't have license ID, so you are not supposed to take admission without license. Okay, you have to, like, you should have both the things to, this is the eligibility. Okay, suppose if this you don't have PAN card but you have license ID, then also you will not get admission. If you do not have any of them, neither PAN card nor license ID, you are not supposed to take an admission. But if you have PAN card and license ID both, and both, so that then you are only supposed to take a admission. So basically, this is a uh, what this is a eligibility for taking admission in some organization. Okay, so similarly, we can have multiple condition on which the result is depend. Okay, on our Boolean operators take the input values as Boolean and produce the result in Boolean. Are you getting it? In programming, we used to donate the AND operator like in this way here. So what does it means that this condition and this condition, both the conditions should be true. Okay, like if PAN card values should be true and license ID value should be true, then we need to check both the condition, like input boolean value, output boolean value. We need to check both the conditions, so we use these and operator. Okay, both conditions should true. There's one example here. Let's see, code one and operator. We are taking a variable which is true, and there is another variable b which is also true. Now we are initializing one more variable and we are doing this a and b. What does it means? We are checking like a means which is should true, and b means both the variables should true or should false. Okay, so console, let's try non-replit. Okay, so I'm initializing a variable, let a is equals to true. Let b is equals to true. Now let's see what going to happen. Let c is equals to a and like both conditions should be true. So console dot log what we are getting. Let's check. So for that, no problem. 5 dot js. See, we are getting true because both the conditions are true. Now, if one condition get false, if one condition get false, it gets false. It gets false. Let's see. Okay, I really hope that you have understood what does it means a and like what's the meaning of and operator. We are doing and operator. Okay, yeah. So basically, if one condition gets false in and operator, like it gives in result, it gives false value. Okay, it will not give true value, it only returns false value. If both the condition is true, then only it gives true, otherwise it give false. Okay, so next we have or operator, which is or operator. Okay, now what is in or operator? Like in journal English, if we talk about or and in journal English, it means is same. Like suppose I am taking let x is equals to true, let y is equals to false, let z is equals to x. For or operator, we have this This is the symbol for using OR operator. Okay. So console.log z. Basically, what does the meaning of OR operator? It's mean that if one condition gets true, it returns the output true. Okay. Okay, let me show you with let me try to explain you more about it. Okay, let's first write logical operators. And first we are doing with and operator. Okay. Okay, so basically this is here and operator and there is or operator. Sorry, or operator. And let's make a line here. Now let's understand what's the difference between both of them. Okay, now for and operator, so basically for and operator, we have the symbol which is symbol is and. Okay. And for OR operator, we have symbol is this. This is the symbol of OR operator. Okay. This is AND operator symbol and this is OR operator symbol. Sorry. Now, suppose like there are two conditions. Okay, let me draw with this. This is one like rectangle, and this is one rectangle. So basically, if in AND operator, if this get true and this is getting and this get false, okay, I'm talking about AND operator. If this get true and this get false, so output, what would be the output? This is basically for output. Output also gets false. Okay, if this is true, one condition is true, but the second condition is false, the output would be false. Output should be false. Okay. Now, if I talk about OR operator, if I talk about OR operator, if this condition, like if this condition true, okay, and this condition is false, okay, yep. If this condition gets false, so this condition gets true, like output, sorry, output will also true. Output will also true. Are you getting my point? In AND operator, if one condition get false, output will be false. In OR operator, if one condition gets false, but one like one condition gets true, output would be true. Okay, I really hoping that you guys have understood this thing. Okay, now let's move forward. Just give me. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So now let's move forward. I really hope that you guys have understood for like how can we write in code. So please look it on the screen. For AND operator, we use these operators. Okay, and for OR we use this. Now in just look it here in AND operator. What I have done, I made one condition is false. Okay. So, and in OR operator also, I have to give one condition as false. Now, let's see what would be the output. I'm getting false true. Why? Because here I used AND operator and here I am using OR operator. So, OR operator works when one condition is true, it returns true. But in AND operator, if one condition gets false, it also gets false. Okay, I hope you have understood now. Now let's move forward. We have done with and. Okay, let's try with some numbers. We have done with the Boolean values. Now let's do and or operator with numbers. Now let's see the problem 6. .js. You must have doubt that why I'm not putting in capital letter, because we have to use capital letters in shells as well, like here as well for printing. So I'm not using with this is not a good practice for a coder. Okay. So if you now what we need to do is we need to check now. Okay, with numbers. I'm initializing a variable a and I'm putting the value as 3. Now I'm initializing another variable b and the putting value is 6. Now let's initialize variable c, and what it is doing. Okay, if 3 is greater than 6 and 3 is, sorry, why I'm using 3? If A is greater than B and A is equals to B. Console.log C. So here I'm using AND operator. Sorry, AND. Just give me a minute, guys. It's a little bit noise here. So yeah, sorry guys for this noise. So what I have told you, yeah. Let's first understand what I am using this condition. Like I am checking these two variables here, like A is greater than B. The first condition is if A is greater than B, so returns true. Okay. And A also should, like, is equals to B. Both condition should be true. Like A should be greater than B. No, like it won't give like true value. Let's change condition here. Okay, let's do this. A is greater than B and A should be multiplied by B. Yeah. Okay, means what does this, what this means? It's a modulo. I have already teach you this. Like A should be divisible by B. It means this. Okay. Now let's do. What would be the output? Just to calculate, uh, like calculate with the simple mathematics by your own and hope the output. The good output. Oh, okay. See, I'm using 3 and 6 here. A is, if A is greater than B, which is already false. A is not greater than B, so it will not go there. If one condition is getting false, it returns false only. Okay, okay. If I change these, so first condition is true. Now what is need to check? A modulo by B means A should be divisible by B. A modulo B is equals to 0. It means it should be visible by B. A should be visible by B, which is also true. So for this question, it should return true. Now let's see. Look, it is returning true. Now if I change the value of the variable, this condition is true, right? Okay, do one thing. 6 and make it 12. This condition is true that 6 is divisible by 2 and it returns 0. Like this is divisible by 2. But this condition is false. Now let's see what what is going to happen. Look, it is returning false. But this condition is true. But this condition is false. This so because we are using AND operator, that's why it is returning false. Whether one condition is true or false, it doesn't matter. If we are using AND operator, both the conditions should true. Then only it works. Okay. I'm hoping you guys have understood this. Now, okay, now let's see with OR operator with the same question. Now I'm initializing a variable. Okay, so let x is equals to again 6. Let y is equals to again 12. Okay, let's copy paste. C, we need to change C here for Z. Okay, and for this, A, I'm using X, and for B, I'm using Y. Okay, and for I'm removing AND operator to OR operator. Now, what we are doing in OR operator, let's see. I have initialized two variables x and y. I'm giving the value x to 6 and y 12. The first condition is x should be greater than y, which is false. And the second condition is x modulo y is equals to 0. It means x should be visible by y. This condition is true, but this condition is false because we are using OR operator. It OR operator means if one condition gets true, so returns true. So now let's see what is going to happen. Okay, it's returning false. Okay, both the condition is false. Let's do. Okay, this condition is also getting false. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's make it 12 and 24. Okay, the first condition is false and the second condition is true. Now let's see. Again, we are getting false. Okay, I must have done something wrong here. Both it is returning both the condition false. Okay, right. Let's check with. Okay, this condition is also false. Okay, now let's see. It's returning true. Because this condition is getting true, like x is greater than y, so 24 is greater than y, so that's why it's returning true. And let's check with this condition as well, if it is it returning true or false. These are some like small errors. Okay, now I get it why it's returning. If we like see a simple mathematics here, we cannot divide like long number to short number, right? A big digit we cannot what we can say divide. Okay, let's do one thing. I have done x is greater than y. Just think logically. I am using x is greater than y. If x is like if this condition gets false also, so I need to use this y modulo x should be this. If this is not working, let's this working. If this is not working, let's this working. Now let's see. Again, we are returning true. Now, this condition is false, but we are getting the value as true because of the OR operator. Let's see. Look, this condition is false, right? I'm checking this condition. This condition is false, but if I'm using here OR operator, that's why I am getting the output as true because in OR operator, if we are like in OR operator, if one condition is true, it returns true. In AND operator, if one condition gets false, it returns false. Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys have understood this much. So now let's move forward. So code 3 we have if else part. Okay, combination of like code combination of multiple statements, student task. Okay, I have done with some made some question for you guys as well. Then we have or operator. I'm like taking both the and or operator together. So I am hoping that you are not you guys are not getting confused. I'm taking both the operators together that because you get more clarification while using while doing code. Okay, so now let's check with this if else statements. Let's do and operator with if else. First of all, like how they are doing here. We have done this here. Let's do it on Rapid. Okay, now I'm taking problems. Let's remove this as only. Okay, so I am doing and operator. Now I am taking A is equals to 6 is greater than 3. Basically, if this is true, so this is true. Let B is equals to 7 less than 3. So you can see that one condition is true. It returns like this. Sorry, this will return true. This is basically comment, which is not by using in quotes. And this will return false. Okay, now I'm checking. Let C is equals to A and B. Okay, so console dot log C. I am using and operator. So what would be the output? I hope this is in your mind that output should be false. Look, output is false. Now let's